Women who want a man to pay for every single thing and they don't go to work are fucking stupid. Because I don't think they actually sat here and really, really thought about what this entails. Okay? So you talking about you're not gonna have any type of money. Meaning you're gonna have to ask him every month for $20 fucking dollars so you could go get some tampons. You know how embarrassing that is? That's fucking embarrassing, honestly. Like, this is what women fought for, whatever, bunch of fucking years ago, whatever. Because they got tired of this shit. Oh, but it's my upkeep. So if I have to pay for my upkeep, then he should pay for all of the bills. So you telling me that if he gets a nice haircut, trims his beard, that will cost money, fucking contacts, nice clothes, that you should pay for all the fucking bills? This makes no type of fucking sense, guys. And it's just getting embarrassing at this fucking point.
There's no male loneliness epidemic, just a male peace epidemic. They say they want to set goals together and grow their money, but she's just spending his hard-earned money. Like, where it's the partnership growth? They are never taught how to be a wife because they were all so busy fighting to be men. And it's going to take a lot of time for these modern women to learn how to be a wife when covenant understanding of roles has been inverted inside of them.
In 2026, there's been a lot of predictions that women are going to hit the crash out wall of feminism. Like the whole feminism thing has just become way too much. They're realizing that working in an office and paying bills and doing that man shit, the whole equality thing really sucks. Let's check out this crash out video.
I can't keep fucking doing this. Like, what the fuck is even going on? Everything that's happening and having to still go to work every day and pay bills and rent and stress about money and go to work and pretend like everything is fucking normal. It's just not normal. And I don't know how much longer I can do this. It's like eating me from the inside out. Why aren't we doing something? What the fuck, you guys?
So she says it's not normal to have to go to work, stress about money, and do the adulting thing that men are expected to do in order to provide for a woman. Isn't that funny? Now, before anybody says anything, septum ring theory, yes, we all know what that's about. If you don't, you probably educate yourself so that when you do see somebody with a septum ring, it explains a lot. But this is the outset of when feminism has leveraged women instead of liberating them. And that was the big scam, right? That was the big joke of feminism. It leveraged women into wanting to go out and be more like men, paying taxes, being equal, having the same job opportunities as men. And what happened is it created this ultra masculine energy in women that has basically turned men off, woke us up, and repulsed us at the same point. Like, think about that. You woke us up, you turned us off, and you repulsed us at the same point with all this feminism bullshit. So go ahead and crash out, because this is what we're going to be seeing a ton of on the internet coming up in the near future.
So most men don't care about birthdays or Valentine's Day. I'm starting to not want a man after all. You are very clearly not thinking ahead. I want you to take a moment to think about this. Imagine that a man that you're interested in is 10 times more excited about Valentine's Day than you. Imagine that he thinks his birthday is the most important day of the year. Would you actually prefer that? Because a lot of women say shit like this, but they don't realize if that were to actually happen, they would end up getting turned off. Because the reality is, unless you're in a super long-term relationship where essentially you've created a culture in your relationship where there are clear expectations and practices around birthdays and holidays, then the more likely situation is that one partner is going to care more about birthdays and holidays. And that's usually women, typically. Just because most men are not bouncing off the walls with enthusiasm about Valentine's Day does not mean they're bad. And it also doesn't mean they're not interested or that they don't love you. You are more than welcome to remain committed to men being bad instead of learning how to appreciate our differences.
It's because Valentine's is marketed towards men to spend on women. There is no equity in the holiday. There's no pressure on the men to be appreciated during that holiday, so we just see it as another expenditure than a celebration of love. Why would men enjoy Valentine's Days when everything on Valentine's Day is geared towards women?
I don't want to fucking work anymore. I don't want to work anymore. Fucking tired of being on someone's clock. I'm fucking tired of dealing with rude ass people. Even when I used to work in an office, I was fucking tired of dealing with office fucking drama. I don't even want to climb up a corporate ladder. I don't even want to do none of that shit. Literally, give me the most basic job in the fucking company. Give me the most basic job in the company. And let me do the most basic shit. I do not want to be team lead, supervisor, none of that fucking shit. That's how checked out I am from working. Like, I'm 31 years old. I've been working since I was 17. I'm fucking over it.
Let me address this entitled mindset. She's worked for 14 years and is tired. That's literally just the beginning of a normal working life. Most people work 40 to 50 years. She's not even halfway through. Saying, I don't want to work anymore at 31 reveals entitlement. She thinks she deserves to stop working while others continue. Lack of work ethic. 14 years is nothing. She has no resilience or long-term perspective. Unrealistic expectations. She thought work was temporary or would become optional somehow. Here's what she's really saying. I want someone else to support me while I do nothing. Translation, she wants a man to provide for her so she can opt out of adult responsibilities. That's fine, traditional arrangements exist, but here's what she needs to understand. If you want a man to financially support you so you don't have to work, you need to bring equivalent value. Be exceptionally attractive, feminine, and cooperative. Provide domestic value, cooking, cleaning, homemaking at a high level. Be a supportive, drama-free partner who makes his life significantly better. Accept that he's in charge since he's providing. You don't get financial dependence and equal decision-making power. Be young enough and relationship-focused enough that he sees value in the investment. At 31, if she's not already in a relationship with a man willing to support her, her options for finding one are limited and getting worse. Here's the accountability. You don't get to just not want to work without offering something valuable in exchange. Life requires contribution, either financial or domestic. If you want to stop working, find a man willing to provide for you. But that requires being the type of woman men want to invest in. Attractive, cooperative, low maintenance, high value domestically. If you're 31, single, and complaining about working, you've failed to position yourself for either career success that makes work fulfilling or relationship success that creates the option to not work. That's on you. Stop whining about normal adult life and either build a career you can tolerate, find a man willing to support you, requires being worth it, or accept that working is what functional adults do for 40-plus years. Nobody cares that you're tired at 31.
I feel like such a brat when I say this, but I hate working. I hate getting ready to go to work. I hate going into work. I hate being an hour into a shift. I hate saying hi to people. I hate being perceived. I hate smiling. I hate it. I hate working. I've worked so many jobs. Every single job I go 2 months in and I'm like, I fucking hate this job. And I don't know, maybe I just have poor work ethic. Like maybe I just am lazy and I just need to come to terms with the fact that I'm just lazy. But like I see people that work so hard and they're such good workers and I don't understand. I've never, and that's like, I grew up like doing competitive gymnastics. I grew up straight A's in school. Like that was like, you had to work in high school. Like I've always worked. I moved by myself, supported myself. I've been working since I was fucking 15, right? I've been working. It's not like I don't work. It's not like I'm just like lazy and I do work. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate working. I know everyone hates working, but I hate working so much. And then like I see like Reagan on her like 18th extension install of the fucking week. I'm like, what? Like girl, like, please. And it's just jealousy. It's literally just jealousy. I see, like, I'm so jealous of all of these, like, pretty young girls that have, like, these gorgeous, like, high-rise apartments, and I just think, I'm like, how are we doing it? How are we fucking doing it? I just don't understand how everybody, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh my God, my bills have been late for the last, like, 2 months now. And part of it is my fault, because they'll call me off of work and they'll be like, do you want to come in? And I'm like, no, I don't want to come in. No, I don't want to come in. Or they're like, do you want to leave early? I'm like, yeah, I want to leave early. It's my fault. I just don't know how. I also can't think of a single thing I'd be passionate about, because people are like, oh, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I don't think I love anything. I actually don't think I love anything. I don't think I'm passionate about anything. I actually can't think of one thing that I'm like, yeah, that's something that, like, I really want to do. And, like, I could go back to school, right? Like, I could take a couple loans out, go back to school, but, like, there's nothing I want to fucking do. Like, everything just seems pointless. Like, everything literally just seems pointless. I'm like, it just seems like I should just continue working in bars, even though I know that I probably shouldn't do that for the rest of my life, and there's no point in me doing that. I just want to, like, I want to get my hair done every 2 days because I'm bored and I want to make a TikTok about it. Like, I would like that. I would like to do that. I just don't know, how are people fucking doing it? Like, how did you get to the point where you were likable enough to that many people to just go and, like, start doing these things and getting paid for it? How do you, like, just, like, what is it about people? I just am not understand. I don't get it. But I also have no parasocial relationships with anybody that I've ever seen on the internet. So maybe that's just not how my brain works, but I just don't know what people do, and I don't even think I'd even want that. I want to stay home and I want to cook and I want to clean. Oh! That's it. I think that's what it is. I think I just don't fucking want to work. I'm such a brat. I'm literally such a brat. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go work now.
She said she hates working. Congratulations, so does literally everyone else. That's not unique, profound, or sympathy-worthy. It's called being an adult. Here's the reality. Almost everyone hates working. We do it anyway because bills don't pay themselves and survival requires contribution. Saying I hate working is like saying I hate being tired or I hate getting older. Cool, that's life. Deal with it. Here's what separates functional adults from entitled children. Functional adults recognize work is necessary and find ways to make it tolerable. Build careers in fields they can stand or find meaning in. Understand that financial independence requires effort they may not enjoy. Accept that work is the price of freedom, security, and survival. Entitled children complain about working as if it's optional. Expect sympathy for experiencing what everyone experiences. Want someone else to fund their life so they don't have to contribute. Refuse to accept that adult life requires doing things you don't want to do. She hates working. Here are her options. Find better work that's less miserable, requires effort and skill development. Build a business or career that gives more autonomy and fulfillment. Find a partner willing to fully support her, requires being exceptionally valuable as a non-working partner. Accept that working is part of life and stop complaining about universal human experience. Lower her lifestyle expectations so she needs less money and can work less. What she can't do. Just stop working and expect the world to accommodate her feelings, complain about normal adult responsibilities, and expect sympathy. Here's the accountability. Nobody cares that you hate working. We all hate it. The difference is, most of us don't make TikToks seeking validation for experiencing what literally everyone deals with. Grow up, find work you can tolerate, or position yourself to not have to work by being valuable enough that someone supports you. Those are your options. Complaining isn't a strategy.
My sister-in-law was like, just find something that you want to do. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I literally want to be at home on my farm, taking care of my house, cleaning my house, taking care of my dogs. How am I supposed to tell someone that that's what I want to do? I don't want to work. I don't want to do any kind of job. I literally don't. Like, how am I supposed to tell someone? That's what makes me happy. Not working and being at home. And I literally have to work. Oh my gosh, dude. What the fuck?
Blame the women who fought for equal rights, and then big corporations for exploiting the 2 incomes per family to keep the system barely functioning only enough to survive. Taking care of your house and cleaning it is a job in itself. Y'all fell for the lie of feminism. Sad.
Guys, I'm so tired of waking up every single day and acting like a 9 to 5 is normal, acting like I'm okay with it. I am not. I've been working since I was 14 years old. 14. I'm 45 now. That's 31 years being in the workforce. 5 days a week, nonstop. I mean, look at my hair. You see how gray? You see all these grays? Like, I'm turning prematurely gray. Like, I'm so stressed out. People are just getting worse and worse by the minute. Everyone is so rude and so mean. I threw my back out yesterday and I had to take today off from work. Well, I went in at first. I was there for about 2 hours. And almost every single patient asked me to help them sit up. And I had to say, no, I can't. I throw my back out. I'm not a robot. And then they have the audacity to get upset with me. I'm like, your back hurts and you want me to help? My back hurts too. I'm sorry. I've been working myself to the bone. I'm always going above and beyond and doing too much. And I always help people and I know I shouldn't. And I'm sacrificing myself. And I shouldn't. I don't want to do this anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. I am very grateful for my job. I have to be able to provide for my family. But at what cost? The amount of anxiety and stress I face on a daily basis is scary to me.
She's saying women are not created to work a 9 to 5. Biologically and historically, she's actually correct. But modern reality doesn't care about biology. Let me explain both sides. Biologically and traditionally, women were designed for childbearing and nurturing, raising children, managing households, maintaining family and community bonds, domestic work, food preparation, clothing production, home management, supporting male providers rather than being primary earners themselves, work that allowed flexibility around children and family needs. The 9 to 5 corporate grind, sitting in offices, answering to bosses, rigid schedules, performance metrics, emotional detachment required for professional environments, is fundamentally misaligned with female biology and historical roles. So yes, she's right that women weren't created for this, but here's the modern reality she has to accept. Feminism fought for women's right to work outside the home and financial independence. You got what you demanded. Modern economics often required dual incomes. Single-earner households are increasingly difficult to sustain. If you don't work, you're financially dependent on a man, which feminism told you was oppression. Most women can't attract or keep men willing and able to fully support them, making work necessary for survival. Traditional arrangements still exist, but they require women to fulfill traditional roles. Most modern women refuse. Here's the accountability. Yes, women may not be created for 9 to 5 work, but you have limited options. Work the 9 to 5 because modern life requires it and you chose independence. Find a man willing to fully support you, requires being attractive, feminine, cooperative, and accepting his leadership since he's providing. Build alternative income, business, remote work, part-time that gives more flexibility, accept lower lifestyle standards and work less. What you can't do, complain about working while refusing traditional femininity and male provision. Demand independence and equality, then complain when that means working like men do. Expect sympathy for consequences of choices women collectively made. Women pushed for workplace equality. This is what it looks like. If you don't like it, embrace traditional arrangements, but that requires traditional behavior most modern women refuse.
When the older generations say, Gen Z don't want to work, I couldn't agree more. Because I don't want to work. Why would I want to work? I'm in Mexico right now. It is 30 degrees outside. I've just been tanning. I've been in the pool having strawberry daiquiris on my sunbed. I've just come back to my room. I'm having a little lay down and then we're going out for dinner tonight, going to a Mexican buffet. I've had a taste of what life should actually be like. Why would I want to be at work instead of here? And I'm dreading going back. 2 degrees, raining, dark by 4 p.m, miserable, working retail. Why would I want to do that? Like, on a real note, I feel like the only people who get a taste of what life should actually be like is rich people. Like, people where money is not an object, they have no problems, no struggles, they get to go on 10 fucking holidays a year, and they just get to do whatever the fuck they like. They are the people that get to do what they want. Gen Z are lazy. Yeah, I am lazy. Work made me lazy. Because what am I working towards on a minimum wage job? Nothing. Literally nothing. I can't afford anything. I can't afford to move out. I can't afford a car. I can't afford fucking my life. So why in the bloody shit would I want to work? I don't want to work because there's nothing to fucking work towards. I'm miserable. And coming to Mexico, like right now, yeah, I've been living a life of pure fucking bliss. My skin's cleared up. I've got the holiday glow. I'm just relaxing. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm doing what I want. That's what life should be like. Life shouldn't be like work till you fucking die. Who wants to do that? Especially when there's nothing to work towards. Poor people are getting poorer. Rich people are getting richer. I don't want this life. And it's just the never-ending cycle of like, I'm really depressed, so I'm going to book some time off and I'm going to go on holiday. Okay, great. Now I've had a taste what life should really be like for 2 weeks, and now I'm fine to go back to work again. No, I don't want to go back to work. I don't. Like, please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks like this.
So I had gone on 3 dates with this boy. This was our third date. The first 2 were great. This being our third date, we were doing something like very simple at my place, and I was like, oh, I've got just this yummy pairing of crackers, jam, and cheese that I did for an appetizer for a party that I hosted. I've got some leftovers. It's super good. It's like Tennessee whiskey aged. I'm not gonna say the name of the cheese because it's Italian. I can't pronounce it. But with like pepper, super good. He was like, you got any meat? I was like, no, it actually really like, I think does better without meat, so that you can get the flavor profile. Everybody's cup of tea is different. He's like, I feel like I really need meat. I'm like, okay, well, we can go to Smith's and grab something if you need. I'm probably not gonna have any, but we can go. And he's like, yeah, let's go to Smith's. So we go to Smith's. This man chooses pepperoni. I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum. That's great. We grab the pepperoni, and then he's like, ooh, I really want root beer. So we go to like the drink fridge, we grab some root beer. He's holding the root beer, I'm holding the pepperoni. We get to the checkout. He's like, here, I'm just gonna get mine really quick. I was like, sitting there holding the pepperoni that is purely for him. I was like, which I don't mind contributing financially to dates, but that was a little like, I'm not drinking that root beer, and I'm not eating this pepperoni. So anyways, he made me buy the pepperoni, and we were just like not vibing as much on this date. Like, for whatever reason, like the connection that was super good on the first 2 dates was just not on this one. And anyways, we get back to my place and we're watching a movie, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the rest of this date and it's gonna be over. And I get the sense that he's gonna kiss me, and I'm like trying to come up in my head with like, how do I tell this man before he kisses me that I don't want to kiss him in a kind way? And I failed, and his lips were upon me, and I kept kind of trying to get out of the kiss, and he kept like leaning in deeper, and I was like, and finally I broke free, and I like ducked into a cuddle, and he let me, anyways, he stopped kissing me finally, which was, anyways, and he's like, I'm so glad that we're at this point. He's like rubbing my head, rubbing my back, and I look up, I'm like, what point? He's like, you know, just like when I kiss someone, like it means that they're my entire focus, and like I'm not dating anybody else, and I'm just so glad that we're exclusive. And I go, exclusive? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I really, really don't want to hurt you, but I really am not there. Like, we can go on some more dates, but I'm not ready to only be dating you. And I don't know a way to say that wouldn't hurt you, but like that's not where I'm at. Guys, I'm fully quoting him. Like, this is a direct quote. He goes, "But we made love." He didn't even use tongue. Okay, that's how chaste this unescapable kiss was. I was like, what? He was like, well, like, you know what I mean, like, we were intimate. What? No, I don't know what you mean. So then I had to explain to him for like at least an hour of why I wasn't ready to be in a committed relationship with him at that point. So, anyways, dating in Utah is not for the weak.
So, the beginning of your story, you said he made me buy the pepperoni. You could have just told him you weren't going to have any meat. I doubt he would have had any issues paying for it if you brought it up. My guess is he thought you were going to share it with him, same as the root beer. Maybe work on communication. Boyfriend lesson 101, most of the times girls say, I don't want to eat anything, but they do. For example, she says, I don't want fries. 10 minutes later, she's eating your fries. Honestly, I love hearing these Utah dating horror stories. Why didn't she say in the while checking out, I really don't think I should pay for these because I'm really not going to have any? Communicate. Put yourself in the guy's shoes. He probably thought you would have some pepperoni. Who knows, maybe just one. Who wouldn't want any, especially if you're sharing food? I'm spending too much time on this, lol. Remember, there are 3 sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth, and no one is lying. Memories shared serve each differently.